Hello. I'm sitting in my living room. Just thinking about a few things concerning the Ukrainian Russian war, the Russian terrorists that are making their incursion into the Ukraine. And I've come to a conclusion about one thing in particular. You may be wondering, how in the world can the Ukrainians be holding so steady and making so many positive moves against the Russian onslaught? And I think a lot of it has to do with the way the Russian military is constructed. Many of the Russian senior officers go into battle with their troops and they will lead them. What Russia doesn't have, by and large, is what our American military does have: seasoned, trained, and experienced middle to upper management enlisted. And by that I mean, now was Navy for 26 years, so I'm going to talk primarily about Navy. If I say anything about any of the other services and it sounds stupid, it's because I'm not familiar, as I probably should be, with them. But in our American Navy, we have E6, 7, 8s, and 9s. That would be a first class, a chief petty officer, a senior chief petty officer, and a master chief petty officer. And by the time these folks get into those positions, rank wise, they're uh, normally they have been in the military for somewhere around 12 to 16, 17 years, which means they are highly experienced specialists in whatever their job might be, whether they are a combatant, whether they are a cook, whether they're supply specialists, it doesn't matter. The backbone of our United States military are those mid to senior enlisted personnel that know precisely what their job is because they've done it for so many years. They know the ins and the outs, they know the nuances, they know how to make it work. And Russia doesn't have that. They don't spend a lot of time training their mid to senior level enlisted personnel in how to do what they're supposed to do as efficiently or comprehensively as they could. And we've all heard stories about World War II where the last person standing is perhaps an E5 or E6. In the Navy, that would be a second or first class petty officer. They take over the platoon and they wage war and they win. Why is that? It's because they've been trained, they have experience, they know what they're doing, and the people around them have confidence in the background training and experience of their E6, 7, 8s, and 9s. So it's very easy in the American military to coalesce around a senior enlisted person, follow their orders, and really do quite well in whatever the situation might be. The Navy Chief Petty Officer, for instance, immediately goes from whites and blues to khaki. And man, that is a huge, huge move. For a person to be a chief petty officer or a senior chief or a master chief, you're dealing with somebody that knows what their job is. They've proven they can do the job, and that they're not going to be an E7, 8, or 9, or even an E6, a first class for that, for example, unless they have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they know their job. Russia lacks that. They just don't have many of those in their military. And because of that, they're failing miserably. I guess the main thrust of this video is thank you, Chief Class. Thank you, Chief, Senior Chief. Thank you, Master Chief, for doing what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Keep those guys and girls trained and highly proficient, as I know you will. It's your job. I've been there, done that. And when you see the Russians running like their tails on fire, they're running for a very particular reason: a lack of leadership in the enlisted ranks, which thank God we have in our military. Just a brief video. Thank you very much for listening. God bless the Ukraine, God bless America, and God bless our enlisted, senior enlisted people. May your tribe increase.